Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I'm your host, Ron Dichter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Today I'm going to talk about accountability, and more specifically, self-accountability. See, the thing is most people can actually lie to themselves easier than they can lie to somebody else. And I find that to be absurd. So when I talk about accountability, there's obviously things in any given day, week, month that we have as our goals that we want to accomplish. But when we think about accountability to ourselves, we think about things as the right now. And I think that is why people have such an easy time lying to themselves, is because they think of accountability as, what am I doing this second? And, can I put off what I'm doing right now to do it a little bit later? That way I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just, taking a break, taking a breather, giving it a minute, doing this other thing, relaxing, whatever it is that you've come up with in your brain that justifies putting off what you're supposed to be doing right this second because you're going to do it in an hour or you're going to do it tomorrow. But I think of accountability very differently. So I think of self-accountability as, what would my tomorrow self say to me today? Because when you start thinking about yourself in third person and you start putting, kind of this a little bit odd, but this multiple yous, meaning there's me today right now, like this is Ron. But then there's me tomorrow, which I don't know that guy, right? I don't know what's going to happen to me tomorrow. I don't know, what my day is going to look like. I don't know what curveballs are going to be thrown at me. I only know the Ron right now in this moment. So what I try to think about when I think of self-accountability is, what is my tomorrow Ron going to think of my Ron right now? And when I start to put things in that perspective, it allows me to start holding myself accountable to the present, which is all I can control. I can't control or impact anything that's going to happen past 1 minute from right now. All I can do is right now. And so when you talk about accountability, you as a person have goals, you have aspirations, you have things you want to accomplish, and in order for you to do that, you have to have a level of discipline, which ultimately comes down to accountability. And so if you start thinking about your own perspective and your own person as, what would my tomorrow self say to the today me, it would basically say, hey, listen, don't be putting off what you can do right now to shuck it off to me tomorrow. That's not fair, because tomorrow I'm going to have a whole set of new things I got to deal with, a whole set of new, life events, work events, things that have been put upon me that I didn't know were going to happen tomorrow because I'm living today. So the point behind self-accountability is holding yourself accountability to the right now, because that's what you can control. And if you start thinking about things less about right now and like, oh, I'll do it in an hour, right? Because that's easy for you to sell to your current self. But if you say to your tomorrow self, hey, I'm not going to put off what I can do right now to shuck it off to go, for you to deal with tomorrow. Then what happens, you start holding yourself accountable to the future you. And now it has a whole different perspective. And I know that sounds a little bit corny or maybe a little bit whimsical, but really if you start thinking about things in perspective of what you can control, it allows you to make right now decisions that impact your tomorrow, you. Because ultimately, if you have real goals and you have real aspirations, but you're not actually holding yourself accountable to, whatever it is the actions are that you need to hit those targets, well, then you're just lying to yourself. And like I said at the beginning, we have a way easier time lying to ourselves than we do lying to others. And the reason is that we're not actually lying in our head. We're actually saying, I'm going to do it in an hour. It's no big deal. I'm just going to take a minute now and I'll do that thing in an hour. And then an hour comes along, it's like, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then next thing you know, your tomorrow self is like, what the hell, man? Why'd you put this off for me? Why didn't you take care of this? Now I got to go deal with today's issues and yesterday's issues because you didn't bother to do them. So I really think about self-accountability in that frame mind, so that it allows me to be respectful to my future self, knowing and honoring what I don't know, which is what's going to happen tomorrow, and take accountability for right now. So a bit of a short one today, but I really want everyone to focus on being accountable to themselves. Don't lie to yourself, and be honest about what you can do right now, and don't put off what can get done today for your future self. Your tomorrow will appreciate it. Have a good day.